Hi, my name is Amy. Thank you very much for watching, and let's make some bad financial decisions together. This is for entertainment purposes only, so if you're entertained, please like and subscribe. I would really appreciate that. So today is, I think, a bonus video because my boot camp ended way early because the instructor recently had a throat infection and could not literally talk the whole time, so they cut the session short. So I'm going to take advantage of this by I converted my IRA, so now I have $160,000 to spend, and I'm gonna need to be rich when I grow up because I kind of like having $160,000 to play with to reinvest. Um, but this is just an initial one, a one off. Don't get used to this, but it is still exciting for me personally. And I did make, you'll see, this is off screen, you won't be seeing this much, but basically I put the amount here and I have, I went 70% in the high income, 30% in the underlyings. So on Mondays, I want 10% of my portfolio, Tuesdays, 10%, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, all 10%, Group A. Everything is 10%. And so we're starting with the high income and funding those. And then from those distributions, we will be taking a portion and putting it into the underlyings. So we have goals, but this is the initial thing that we're doing. The reason why well, there's so many reasons for all of this, but let me start doing this. So we're going to do a buy order in, okay, so this is in shares. I'm going to do a limit order. This is at 25.56. So we divide $5,615.83 by $25.56. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do down. I'm doing this off screen. So that's 219 shares that I can buy. And I'm going to change my format to just be a number. Okay. So 219. So the price would be 25 dot. I don't think that there is much of a volume going on today. So we'll just do 55. Well, okay. I'm looking at the bid and the ask. Usually I'm like, okay, well, it's 2503. I'll just do 25. But I don't know. I would just want this to, I don't want shares to be left over in this and me have to figure out like where things are going and why. Okay, so we've done MS2. Buy. Done. Okay. And then we're going to do NV2, which is over here somewhere. This is my investing account, which it wouldn't be in here. It would be in my retirement account, MS2, and then I have this over here, NV2. And can we do this? Nope. Okay. We're going to do a limit order. And it's 28.88. So $5,615.83 divided by $28.88 is 194 shares. So 28.87 and then 194 and then extended hours and good until October. So bye. And then we're going to go on to Tuesday with ETH. And when I first, can I do this? We can do this in dollars. Good. Okay. So $2,246.33. We're gonna buy 93 shares of this. So yeah, when I was doing my individual account before, I converted my Ethereum out because I was going to sell my condo, and then that sale fell through, and I was like, well, what am I going to do with this Ethereum money? I'm not putting it back into Ethereum, so I may as well put the majority of that into MSTY, which I don't think that MSTY is more volatile or scary than I just want to make sure that I'm in the right account. 6739. Yep, that should do it. We're going to buy 374 shares of MST. So yeah, my initial nest egg of the $20,000 that was from Ethereum. So may as well, I have like a Bitcoin, it's not crypto, but not Bitcoin silo that I'm going to be standing up. So then we've done MST and YBTC, which is not Bitcoin like BTC, but it is Bitcoin and they pay weekly. So we got that going for us, which is nice. $2,246.33. And it's in my Roth, which is nice. Bye. Done. Okay. And then we're going to go, and people have been telling me I need Ulti, and I don't need Ulti in my taxable account right now. It is just when the market goes down again, and it will go down again, when there is a pullback, it's gonna be not fun for a lot of people. So I might get into it in my taxable account in the next pullback because it doesn't recover quickly, but it is recovering at all. So Ulti has that going for it, which is nice. Done. And then we're going to do LFGY, which I just like the name. But I also like that it's a basket of stocks that they are all crypto related. .83. So that's 140 shares that we're going to buy of LFGY. And the reason why I'm doing all of these weeklies is, well, first of all, we all like, I don't think that is the right ticker symbol. It's chippy, right? Yeah, okay. I wrote it as a G instead of a C, which is confusing. Anyways, so this one's also one of those that we're going to have to buy with shares. So we do a limit order, and then this is $54.78. And man, Amelia, you sure are being loud. Okay, so we're gonna do $54.77, which is not, oh, actually, we'll try that. And then it's 41 shares and not market hours, extended hours, and in October. I don't want leftover ones where I have to figure out where it came from. I just want these in as quickly as possible. Done. And then I think I keep trying to talk about this, but one of the reasons to go with all of the weeklies is that if I do get margin called during the week, I can just use entirety of the distribution that I've got from these. So hopefully whatever distribution I get during the week is enough to satisfy whatever margin maintenance requirements I have during a downturn. So this is my backup plan. Also, they just did not send me my DocuSign for have them to withhold my taxes for me. So I did do the entire amount. So I will be taking 1/3 out and putting it into my taxable brokerage account. And when it's time to pay my taxes, I will pay my taxes from my taxable brokerage account, and it'll be what it is. So MVYY, we're going to do a limit order, and this is 2665, and it is 139 shares. So 2664. I'm not being really, like, I keep saying I'm not being aggressive because it's not that I don't care what the price is. It's just that it's more convenient for me if this could just get assigned shares and we can go ahead and start making money. So we've got 2664. We'll do actual, like, the 65. Okay. 4. We're good. Okay. And we're gonna buy that. So next we have XBT. It's just so nice to have more money to spread the love around, because when you have less money, it doesn't make sense to spread yourself too thin. So I'm glad that this is happening. It just, scratches an itch. So this is 24.92, so I can get 148 shares. Limit 148. Oh man, not $148. That would be bad. 24.91. And shares would be 148. And extended, and I think on mobile, once I choose one, it does it. It doesn't make me do that every time, but it's trying to make sure that I am paying attention. So it's got that going for it, which is nice. Okay, so Y-Spy. I do like Y-Spy. It's still, well, I mean, it's still a leveraged ETF, but it is the S&P 500. So the volatility is relatively lower than TQQY, or T2Qs and a Y, but it's enough to get a boost, which is why they call it yield boost. But my portfolio is like enough of, like, there's enough volatility in it already, so I don't need to be in TQQY. Okay, so we will buy into that. We're done with that. And then we're gonna go on to Friday, declaration date, people. I checked today, and Round Hill has not announced week yet, so maybe they'll do it later today, or maybe they just were not there on Friday, so they haven't gotten it together yet. I don't know, but so this is $62.89, and so that's 35 shares. 62.89, and this is actually a part of 5A now, So it has really good momentum, and I think that at least for a little bit, this is going to be a good one to be in. Done. And then we have PLTW. I'm just going down my list, that way I don't accidentally buy something twice. You can do a limit order. This is 40, which means that we can buy 81 shares for a max amount of $3,369.59. 50 cents. So we've got limit order, 41. And then we'll do 81 shares and a 24-hour market, and we'll be good. Bye. I like PLTW. And you know what? I also like MVDW. I wasn't in it before because it was kind of a pick one type of situation. So, limit order, and then it's 47, 31. So 71 shares, 47, 30, and still 71 shares. And this is extended and October 5th. So the volume of PLTW is more, which is why they have the 24-hour market available. So I think HOOW will also get to that point. VRKW I also like, even though when you look at YieldMight, yeah, we're good. So this is actually the least paying weekly that Roundhill has on Fridays. But in theory, this should be more nav stable because it is Berkshire Hathaway. 9.52 and then 45 shares. And again, extended hours and October 5th. So we're good. And then I do have to get to work, but they can chill out for a few minutes because I was supposed to be at work at 10:30 this morning, so because of the training. So YBIT, another Bitcoin related ETF, this one by YieldMax, an old favorite. And this one I can definitely buy in just dollars, so I don't have to figure it out. $8,423.74. Buy. And then feet. And we have, that one's also only, you can only buy whole shares. I don't like this whole having to buy whole shares nonsense. But I can buy 74 of these. So limit order and 37.3 and 74 and extended and October 5th. Making sure we're still in my Roth. I may or may not have been burned by that before. So then we're going to do Maro, which is exciting because Mara is also up there. Imro is doing amazing. So this one we can do in dollars, which is nice. $2,246.33 for 98 shares. We're just going to go ahead and buy it. And then we got Lady. And this one we can definitely buy in dollars too. So $4,492.66. Buy. And then we have Nvidia. And this one we can also do in dollars, which is nice. $4,492.66. And my buying power is slowly going down, which is nice. Done. And then we just did Nvidia, so then we go on to Group C, which we're gonna do Hui, Dewey and Louie. We do need a Dewey and a Louie. Maybe I will talk to Jay about that when we get to New York. 200807.91. I just want to make sure that that was actually in dollars, and I'm not trying to buy 2,807 shares of Hui. I think the reason why it has such good volume is that it is doing extremely well. So, such is life. So AMD, we're gonna do $8,422.74. There we go. We're gonna buy that. We're done. We're back in my AMD position fully, so we got that going for us. And then we're gonna do BTCI, and we can also do this one in dollars, so $1,684.75. I've already mentioned before that this is going to be more complicated for me to reinvest things in, but I do like making my life complicated, so it keeps me honest. So this is $49.45, which means I can buy 45 shares. So we're going to do limit order, 49.44 and 45 shares. We do extended hours and October 5th. Buy, and we're done with that anyways. And then so we've did IMRA, and now we do IMST. We can do this one in dollars, so people were excited, and this one came out first. 84.75. I think the reason why I chose to do more in the IMRA is because the Mara silo has less things in it, so each one gets more of it. So $1,684.75. Buy that. And then we're going to do SEPI, which is another one that I generally like and just have not had the capital to invest in. So I'm glad that I have the money now. $2,246.33. That's 55 shares that I'm buying, which is nice. Okay, so then we're done. And then we have OMA. See, that's just what I think about is Wicked. That one scene. $164.75. Buy. And then we have Bitto. We buy order dollars and $164. Sorry, $1,684.75 for 80 shares. Buy. Okay. So this is not me going down to 0. Now we get to buy the underlyings. So I still have, well, that's investing. I should probably invest these too. This is my Misty. My Misty. Anyways, let's go into my retirement account and see how much I have. I have $59,601.76. So let's go to MSTR. And we are going to buy, I think I might be able to just copy this amount, $6,016.96. We're in my Roth IRA. I'm going to buy that. Done. And then we have NVDA. And this is also in dollars, which is nice. Buy. And then PLTR. Buy that. And buy. Then AMD. I'm so excited to get back into this. Hopefully this goes to the moon and I get to say I told you so, or at least I was a believer. But who knows? Maybe it'll not go the way that everybody is hyping online. That's why we don't know. And we also invest some things into things like GRNY or SEHG, something broad so that when we are wrong, it's not so devastating. Then we get SoFi. And yep, it's doing super well. Bye. And then hood. And then we have BRKB. And this one we can also do. Okay, why do I have $11,000 left over? That's not amazing. No. Did I skip something? Did I skip over, and hear me out, did I buy AIYY in Misty? I don't think I did. Well, this is not my retirement account. Let's look and see. Well, first of all, Misty is probably, yeah. Did I buy something from here today? My Roth, and I have my dividend coming in, but no, I didn't. Okay, well then we have $10,108. Let's do AIYY first. AIYY. And we could do this one in dollars, which is also nice. So $1,123.17. That is 266 shares. Buy. Done. And then we'll do, last but not least, Misty. And basically, we'll just do, yeah, 10,342.91. This is all the leftover things from everybody else. So, done. So what is the damage? What do we see? Why do I keep hitting the feather when we're not doing that account? Anyway, someone here has like a subwoofer on their car and it is shaking my house and upsetting my dog. So you can think that random person that feels like the entire countryside needs to feel their car. So, anyways, yeah, so MSTY, I don't have quite as many shares as I had in my taxable account before I had to sell them because of rolling over my IRA, but I do have way more shares of MS2 and MST and IMIST and MSTR, so I don't think we're falling behind. I think this is exactly where I need this silo to do, and we will just continue. I have a penny. I was so close to having 0. Anyways, so, and now I have a Maro position. I have Bitcoin, but not, or crypto, but not Bitcoin. I have a big variety of Bitcoin related stuff and AI and just momentum plays here. And then my Robinhood and financials, and then mostly just Berkshire Hathaway stuff, and YSpy is my lone S&P 500 holdout right now. So yeah, okay, so let's go, before I leave you, into my investing account. So I have another spreadsheet, which is my dividend tracker, and I do have my my investing percents, and I need to start to well, I need to start, I need to add like an underlying, not an underlying, a withdrawal portion of this, because I'm taking 30% out from my IRA. I need to take a portion out to pay off my credit cards and pay off my trailer and buy Bitcoin, mostly to buy Bitcoin. So anyways, we have $3,221.06. So that means this is technically what I should be doing, but so for PLTY, I just want to get to 750 shares. So 750, and then we have 721.56. The difference between that is 28 shares, and then that is, the current price is 63.41. So 28.44 times 63 is 1,803. So we'll just go ahead and finish beefing up Plady. I was just wow, you all, I'm so sorry. That's my buying power, and I don't think I want that down to 0, right? Yeah, no, I was right. We do not want that to go down to 0. So we're not going to do that. So yeah, I do have around $700 that I'm going to be able to invest tomorrow, but tomorrow is not today. So Anyways, what are your moves for this week? And I will talk to you all later. Bye.